I'm convinced there's absolutely nobody better to learn from if you are going on your first cruise than experienced cruisers. By following some of their advice, you're going to avoid mistakes, you're going to save money, and you're going to have a better cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I recently asked in the Lifewell Cruise Facebook community, what are the things that pro cruisers never do? Now, I got hundreds of responses, and honestly, they were gold. Some of them were honestly so insightful, such good advice, and other things just really made me laugh out loud. Now, I've gathered these up into about 10 points or categories. Now, there were a couple that were a little bit debated between pro cruisers. Some people thought everybody does this. Other people thought, no, people never do this. So I will save those for the end. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention two things. Firstly, please let me know if you are a first-time cruiser watching this. Please let me know down in the comments below. And otherwise, if you are an experienced cruiser, please leave the approximate number of cruises that you've done down in the comments below. And secondly, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one, and this was universally agreed upon, pro cruisers never fly in on embarkation day. Even if the flight looks good, even if they think they can get there with a few hours to spare, they absolutely know that anything can happen. People miss their cruise ship all the time, and unfortunately this is one of the biggest rookie mistakes, so they never ever do it. And as a matter of fact, most pro cruisers say that if they are flying overseas or if they have connecting flights, they will even consider flying in 2 days before their cruise. Number two, they never go on a cruise without travel insurance. They know that when they are on a cruise, if they have a medical emergency, it is likely going to cost hundreds and honestly, more than likely, thousands of dollars. One of these experienced cruisers told a story of how she was on a cruise. She needed to have some tests. She had some pain. She, after that, had to have some IV medication, and that bill was around $3,000. Now, thank goodness she had third-party insurance, and therefore she was able to get reimbursed for that expense. Other people talked about the cost of medical evacuation off the cruise ship, and that can cost tens of thousands of dollars. As some people pointed out, it could practically bankrupt you. So you definitely do want to have travel insurance. This is according to experienced cruisers. And even when it comes to cancellation insurance, people know things do happen. There are flight delays, there are cruise cancellations sometimes. Things can happen, and you do want to have travel insurance. Number three, pro cruisers know not to go to the flat abs and detox seminars. As some cruisers pointed out, it seems like they know that they are going to get the newbies on that one. So in addition to the flat abs and detox seminars that perhaps people should avoid, the other one that they say that they just don't do anymore is they do not go to the port shopping talks anymore, where basically the port shopping guides are steering cruisers to the recommended stores that are likely going to be more expensive. Number four, pro cruisers know to never call a cruise ship a boat. It is likely that the crew is going to correct you, and honestly, other cruisers are probably going to roll their eyes at the very least. Now, it's not the end of the world, but a boat fits inside a ship and not the other way around. Now, in addition to not calling a cruise ship a boat, something that pro cruisers do is they know their cruise lingo. So they know deck, they know forward and aft, the Lido deck, and the muster station. Number five, speaking of the muster station, pro cruisers never don't go to their muster station check-in on embarkation day right away when they get on the cruise ship. The cruise ship cannot leave without everybody going and doing their muster station check-in. So pro cruisers have learned to get this done right away so that they can enjoy the rest of their embarkation day. Number six, pro cruisers don't freak out when things don't go as planned on a cruise. So experienced cruisers do understand that things happen on a cruise. Well, things happen when you're traveling anywhere, but in particular on a cruise, there can be weather that happens, meaning that you can miss a cruise port of call, or there can be a change. There can even be rough seas. So pro cruisers know that they just have to go with the flow. If they need a little bit of seasickness medication, they do that. And they don't complain about things that are just beyond anyone's control. Number 7, pro cruisers never cruise without a passport, or at least without knowing when they can cruise without a passport. There's a lot of confusion over cruising without a passport, in particular for Americans, but pro cruisers know, well, they know where and when. And the truth is, most advise if you are going to be traveling, that it is a good idea to actually travel with a passport. It is well worth the cost. Number 8, now I'm warning you, this one might rub some people the wrong way. It's a little bit controversial, but there is a follow-up. There's an A and a B. So pro cruisers never cruise on Carnival. Now, don't get too upset. This actually did get a lot of reactions, probably the most reactions than any other comment, but there were also follow-up responses to this. So some people really did say they've cruised on Carnival before, it's just not their cup of tea anymore. But other people pointed out that they love Carnival and they love to sail with them, and they have amazing cruises for a really good value, by the way. Now, I do have some thoughts on this. I think that the moral of the story is that pro cruisers know what cruise line fits them best, and they choose the best line for them. Now, as I mentioned, I do have a part B to this one, and I absolutely love this comment. This also got a lot of really positive reactions. Pro cruisers don't bash other cruisers for what they enjoy in a cruise line. They know everyone is different, but all cruisers love to sail and enjoy cruise life and fun cruisers. Those were some wise words, I think. Number 9, I feel like we're getting into a few controversial ones, but pro cruisers never don't tip. So I think experienced cruisers just understand the way things work on cruises, and in particular, they know how hard the crew work and they would never want to penalize them. So pro cruisers tip the crew. Now, before I get to number 10, there were a couple of points that were really sort of debatable. Some people thought, yes, pro cruisers never do this, and other people thought, they definitely do this. So one of them was overpacking. Let me know, do pro cruisers not overpack? It was definitely a mix. A lot of people said, oh, I still overpack. It doesn't matter if I've gone on 30 cruises. While other people said, I've really learned and I pack carry-on only. And the other one was the casino. Some people said pro cruisers never play in the casino. They know it's a waste of money, and in particular, the slots. But other people said, I love the casino and I've won hundreds of dollars on slots. Now, I'm not sure we're really going to solve that one. I think it does go to show that even for experienced cruisers, there are differences between us all. Number 10, pro cruisers never disrespect the staff. That was something that came up, got the highest amount of responses from people. They are not rude to the crew, and they may even call out other people that are rude to the crew. Now, I'd love to hear from you, especially if you are an experienced cruiser. What do you think are the things that pro cruisers never do? Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.